Okay, so we've talked about personal information, how any company you share your personal information with can use that against you, but how can they use it against you? So they have all this information.
Right.
They can phish us through targeted
companies will. Well, I don't think companies will be engaged in phishing, but definitely cyber criminals will. If a cyber criminal is aware, for example, of who you bank with, where you live, what you like to do for entertainment, if they're aware of that, then they can craft spam deliberately so that it looks to you to be genuine. So they use your personal information to craft a message.
And therefore gets you to give them more personal information.
And so the minute you click on a malicious link or malware that's delivered by spam, 70%, incidentally, 70% of inbound mail is spam. It's the primary delivery method for malware.
Right.
And so if they can get you to click on that link, it's only one click, and then your computer is compromised. And once they can compromise that computer, they can then use that computer to compromise and infect other computers as well.
Ultimately, cyber criminals are looking to steal money.
Ultimately, it's money, but what we don't realize is that in the information age, information is also currency.
Okay.
So as a step to money, it's first information, and then from information, of course, the big dollars.
Okay, look, so everyone who's listening to this is wondering how I can protect myself. Poppy is obviously out there to protect us, but it doesn't really seem like it's doing that.
It doesn't because Poppy was promulgated. A regular was meant to be appointed. That hasn't happened yet.
Okay.
It was meant to be appointed by May, but we had an election, so I suppose it wasn't going to happen. We expect that a regulator will be appointed, and then once the regulator has been appointed, there will still be another 12 months to allow companies time to comply with the law. So we don't expect full implementation of Poppy, and especially we don't expect the penalties to apply for at least until the middle of 2015, maybe even the end of 2015. That is if everything goes as planned.
And as we know, it doesn't always.
It doesn't. It doesn't always. So it does put you in an awkward position. This has not really been litigated in South Africa, so there isn't even case law precedent where you can say, this is how I've incurred a loss because of my personal information being compromised. But certainly, if you are an individual, the best practice is to exercise caution. We always emphasize that. You know you didn't enter a lottery competition. So why would you win?
Right, exactly. Sometimes, if it's too good to be true, it's
probably
not
is.
true.
Yeah, it's not true. You don't have a distant relative in Nigeria who was part of a military coup and has left you 10 million rand. You know this for a fact, so don't click on the link. Those are like simple things, but they still hold true. A lot of people will say, for example, I don't have to worry about my personal information because I've got no secrets. And I say to them, okay, fine, give me your house keys. Human beings, we naturally have a sense of privacy. This is why we wear clothes.
Right.
We have a sense of privacy. So what I'm saying is we just apply that sense of privacy to our data, because our data is currency that can be used against us, particularly by criminals looking to exploit us.
So does this mean people shouldn't be sharing photos, sharing their favorite locations, engaging in social media?
I would say do what you want. I'm not going to prescribe to anybody to say don't do or cut yourself off. Do what you want. It's part of the internet culture is to share information. But be aware that anything you put online have no expectation of privacy. So that should inform your choice
of what goes online
exactly you choose to put online. Exactly.
Okay, now before I let you go, I want the one typical scam that you see taking South Africans, other than the email that we spoke about.
Right.
What is the one thing that you see over and over again that people are unaware of?
Well, there's one that I think is a favorite, and it must be working, which is why they're doing it. And this is where they send an SMS. See, most people have phones. That's where the audience is, right? We have 52 52 million, I think it is, SIM cards active in South Africa.
Jeez.
Right? We have over 100% penetration.
Right.
So if I'm a cyber criminal, yes, I can send you spam and via your email, right? But the real money is in sending it via SMS. And so I see SMSs to people who have, for example, a Nokia phone. They'll get an SMS. This Nokia phone has won the Nokia yearly promotion or something like that.
And you must remember, if you didn't enter a Nokia contest,
Yeah,
that's not true.
exactly. But it works because, you know, a lot of people are not sophisticated. They are new to even cell phones, let alone smartphones. And so they see that and immediately they think, wow, that must be fantastic. And they immediately respond. And the way the scam works very simply is that the scammer extracts money from the victim in small amounts and escalates it until the victim can no longer keep up. So initially they'll say, you phone to get your number, and they say, oh, you must verify the price. How do you do that? No, you buy a little bit of airtime, or 29 Rand, and sometimes it's up to 100 Rand to verify your number by sending the airtime to the criminal. And after that, then you must spend a little more money, and every time it's more and more money until you can no longer keep up, and of course you abandon your prize.
Now, do we need to educate people on these scams?
Yes, more and more education is urgent. You know, I think people are trusting, and people want to believe in the best that in other people, but not everybody that sends you a text or an email or even a message on Facebook or Twitter is genuine. A lot of that is designed to try and exploit you, to try and extract something from you. And I always say, exercise just a bit of cynicism, just a little bit. Step back, ask yourself, can this really be genuine? And if there's doubt in your mind, rather abandon it. Don't let your curiosity get the better of you and say, oh, let me just click to see. Because it's that click, it's that one click that gets your computer infected, and then you have a problem that's very difficult to extract yourself from.
Duncan, thank you for joining me. I think that was all very valuable information, and I look forward to next time you're here.
Thank you very much.